Hi folks, this is video log on the 29th of December 2017. Been a very long year, and I've come a long way since my daily video logs, but I do miss them. But it's my daughter's 20th birthday today, 29th of December, and my eldest daughter Bethan. And next year I'm planning a 21st birthday, which she knows all about. Which is going to be very pivotal, I think, because I want all the relatives to be along. That's a good start today for this video log, and then not to mention Owen, who's got his 18th plus one birthday on the 8th of September. The 18 plus one, that's something else. Don't mention it. I'm sure all of you have had your Christmases, either good or bad. For me, I thought it was all going to go wrong with with my children, Michelle's children, and having to travel. But the Christmas Day was started off on the back of going to Gatley in Chapel, which is up near Neath, and we were going to a Christmas service. But unfortunately, we didn't get there until it finished. But there were still people there, and we were in the church. Me and my son Owen had a little bit of a sing-song. Michelle was there talking. So, but Christmas Day was interesting because it was Christmas Day, the three of us, and I tidied the front room while I'm in now, cleared everything, made it really look good. Michelle and Owen did the Christmas meal. So it was good Christmas Day. And then on the Boxing Day, there was my children, 4 of them, and Michelle's 2, and we played chess and games. Roxy really likes her chess. My eldest daughter likes her chess. Sort of good, celebration on the Boxing Day. And I think I want to do this little bit of a video log today. Basically, it's been a different year because there's been so many contrasts with different elements of my life. I feel I'm sort of getting to grips with my children again a little bit more because there's been a bit of sort of background stuff. My eldest daughter Bethan, she's in Bristol University doing university stuff, and which is great. Proud of her. And Owen, he's got a house of his own now. He's living in good old Usk. Well, I would say a house. He's got a flat by himself. But he's doing really well. He's for an 18-year-old. I forgot he was 18 actually. That's why we've got the 18 plus one birthday in September. He's doing really well. And to be proud of there as well. Don't know if I'd been able to be alone on, because he was sort of alone from about 16, 17, 18. He's been alone, living by himself this year, 2017 and 2016. So he's done really well. But then again, all my children done really well. Emily and Kerry Ann, and Roxy and Bronny are doing great as well. They're doing really well, and Michelle's children are doing great. And I just think, well, just it's sort of going with that flow. I've got my master's degree now. My master's degree in archaeology. That took up a big chunk of the year. It was a really in-depth year, really. And so I'll get my graduation ceremony next year. So I've got a master's in archaeology, a lot to do with acting in it as well. And with that said, I haven't really turned around and said, because the ego bit sort of, I'm less ego, more id, if any of you get that. So I don't go up to people and say, oh, I've got this big degree type thingy, which very few people have got. And lots of my students that I teach now, I don't actually turn around and say, oh, I've got my masters, I've got this, I've got that. I don't brag as much as I do. Maybe it sounds as if I'm coming across now, but it's not that. I just like to say, well, I've done it, something I should have done ages ago. And on sort of other fronts, I've got my car, I've got a new car. It's good. I sort of come to appreciate it a little bit more, and sort of my driving settled down a bit, really. Come to understand roads a bit better and speed and stuff. I learned one thing this year about it's going to sound so obvious about speed. I was that I didn't realise, this is going to sound geekish. If you drive really fast down a road, say a 40-mile-an-hour road, and go to 50, and everyone's following you to get down to 50, you're going to have a traffic jam, right? So if you all drive 40, you're never going to have a traffic jam. And I went on this course, right? And the course was basically, we're not really interested in saving lives on motorways and stuff because we don't really have many deaths on our roads in Britain anymore, really, in comparison. Only about just over 100 on motorways. I know every death is a tragedy. I've been in that traffic congestion this year. Watched my video about the motorway. There's only about 100 deaths on roads this year, and motorways, 100 deaths on motorways. It's about 1,700 on British roads overall. And I learned that the government is now more, because we've now got the saving lives. We're getting really good at that, so that's great. We're on top of speed management. It's all about speed management and not using that speed management to control the flow of traffic. So it's moved from saving lives to speed management, and now it's gone on to from speed to traffic control. So if everyone goes at the speed that you're meant to go at, there will never ever be any traffic congestion. And I tell you what, it works. I go 40 and I got a massive queue of traffic behind me, and every time I get into green lights, before, if I'd be speeding, so 45, 50 on a 40-mile-an-hour road, I'd always get red lights and there's always be a queue of traffic. Now I'm going 40, and usually there's very little traffic congestion, so that's great. I thought I'd check that in there. So I've learned today. Can't do this without mentioning Michelle. She don't watch my videos as much as she did. We're still working together on lots of things, and I think the biggest thing with Michelle this year was that I bought her a couple of presents. We got binoculars, which I think she wanted, and I got her some yew trees because I believe on getting people trees. I've only managed to do it with Michelle, so I've got 2 yew trees, which is called Marion Lloyd, after the Mary Lloyd thing, and we'll be going to see lots of that in the New Year if John Enigma's watching. And she sort of I've been talking about a song called "When the King Enjoys His Own Again," and I hadn't heard it for years. Well, it's part of my sort of the life that I used to have when I used to reenact the 1700s sort of time. So she got me this, and there's that song on it. So and it's the version that I used to sing. So I've been singing that again. And then she said that she bought me these things which she didn't know I'd really like. So she's been talking about it for about 3 or 4 weeks. And the thing about these books is that they are really special. This links in with my acting, which I'll mention in a little while. So first one I got out was this one, right? It's called Comedies by an unknown author known as William Shakespeare. So I opened this, right, and I can remember reading the book, right, and I was like this, as I'm doing with you guys. I was looking at the images. Michelle was sitting there, saying, "Yeah, it's all right." So it's an absolute best present that I could have probably wanted and not wanted because I didn't know it was coming. Anyway, I got 3 of these books, right, 3 of them, and it's sort of pushing me towards sort of looking at acting in the 1700s, and it sort of spurred that alive, really, in a way. Anyway, these books are great, they used to rip pages to sort of, to print them in sort of big sheets, and people had to sort of individually cut them. Well, some of the pages actually still joined together, particularly in this one. Right? It's a great one. This is Shakespeare's biography. So I think I'm going to be teaching this in my new acting class in the new year. It's a great book, and actually, this is the one with some of those pages that haven't been sort of separated. It's great, and go looking at this a bit, right? And this is a unique book. This one, not the other two so much, but it's unique because it's been individually printed for someone, and it's been individually printed for someone, right? So here's the book. There's the cover, and printed inside is an individually printed page for this guy, right? This guy by the name of George Mills, right? And he was presented this book. It's printed in the book. It's printed page September 1864. The series, William Shakespeare, as an appropriate though inadequate tribute of respect. That's what it says in here from his numerous friends. It's a great book, and all three great books. So great gift from Michelle. Thank you very much. Thank you for continued support over this year. Little bits of the pages sort of occasionally coming off. Can't have it all really. Yeah, I got to mention this as well. My friend Tom, yeah, I see as a good friend actually. And Tom, really massive hats off to him. Great guy. He came from having no home a few years ago when I met him, having no hopes, no prospects, going nowhere. And I'd say that, Tom, because yeah, hopefully Tom will be watching this. He's done great. He's fell on his feet literally. He's got his own house now. Wow, a bit like my son Owen. Bit of a sort of similar thing there. And he's got his own job. He's got a job. He's got a good job. He's a security guard now, and he's still doing his videos and acting stuff, which is great. Trying to get Tom together to do some stuff with me, but it's really difficult with work and everything. So we'll see how that goes. So great, Tom's doing brilliant, lovely guy. Hopefully he won't have any more hurdles now. We just keep going. So keep doing it, Tom. But there's been negatives this year really as well. People judging me. People sort of saying, oh, doesn't matter if you've got a degree. It's not really important. You still haven't achieved anything in life. You got children, but really haven't achieved anything. You got your own business, really haven't achieved anything. Do TV work, whatever. You haven't achieved anything, and so on. I get people still judging me like that, and the tragic thing is they're family members, and it's quite gutting that you try to prove yourself continually to people, and they continually put you down, and don't acknowledge anything. It's a bit of a shame, really. I got two members of my family that actually turned around and said, "It don't matter if you've got, it don't matter if you do a big film or you're this big businessman and you're sort of teaching your archaeology and stuff. Don't matter. You haven't achieved anything to us." And I say, "I'm not really interested in that. You should just go away. I don't want you in my life. And if you're watching this, then you know where to go." So sick of people judging me, and those people who don't want to judge me, want to befriend me and sort of see me for who I am, person trying to get out there and do stuff, then come on over and just say hello. Yeah, if you believe in that New Year stuff, and go for it. Did something good on. Well, I've done lots of good things this year. I'm in a film next year called Show Dogs. Not really sure I'm proud of that, but done some other stuff in the year as well, which hopefully that'll come to fruition. I was in a program called Let's Get a Good Thing Going, and Michelle was in it, and Roxy and Bronnie were in it, and they did really well. And I know Roxy and Ronnie's other side of their family watched it, and that went down well. So hopefully some bridges have been made there. Don't know what type of bridges. So everybody's doing well. I went in. I could say so much, but I'll just say one thing. I went in this new shop in Barry, right? It's called. Here we go. It's called Doshers, right? And the staff in there are great. Particularly a guy known as the Russian, right? Strangely enough, he's from Russia. And I went in there. Everything. I went in there. It was like a bit like Cash Generator, but a bit weird. So I went in there. I said, "Have you got this? Yeah, got that. Have you got this? Got that." Just sort of, have you got anything that I don't have? No, we've got everything. Yeah. So it's just like really good going in a shop like that in Barry. Just sort of going in a shop for once and getting everything you need, except for milk. But that's good. Anyway, I go on to teach my acting classes this year. For those that are watching, I've got one in Cowbridge now, new one. Roos, no, the Valleys. The Valleys one's going really well. Yeah, got a nice little group in the Valleys. Yeah, it's good. Skype class continues on a Tuesday as ever. So the one in Laronda, which I mentioned, in Trialu on a Monday. One in Cowbridge, Langarn, so that's on a Wednesday. Still need to kick that into touch. One in Lanswick Major and Bridgend on the Thursday, going really well. Lanswick Major, got about 12 people coming along to that one every week. It's great. And my Mr. Thursday and a Friday, you know, and my Wednesday as well. Barbara and the gang, and everything else, you know. And my new acting class starting as well, so I'm looking forward to that. So it might be a bit more sort of orientated towards the 1700s, maybe. Anyway, probably more chilled out than I thought. So anyway, this is Karl-James Langford video log, 29th of December, and it's now whatever time it is, 12:15. Thanks guys. Keep watching and keep subscribing and being good. Cheers. Climbing trees. I need to do some more of that with all the children. My Carrie-Anne and my Bronnie love climbing trees, so let's get on it. Cheers guys.